we're gonna be heading out and gonna be doing 3 jobs. Now, the jobs aren't that big, but the distance is. We're actually traveling really far. Here we got Drake and Chuck, but we're gonna be doing several full stainless rebuilds. It's gonna be a pretty good amount of work, so we'll see what happens. So here we got all the pallets of parts for everyone. How to get it in there. No wasted space. We don't want to take a trailer, so that's our goal. Tools and all the parts. What do you think? Will that ride? We're gonna put some shrink wrap on it here, but we made it. I can't believe it. There it is. Didn't even need the trailer.
No.
Who needs trailers? We are going through the final checklist here as we roll up to the farm. We're in South Dakota. Ooh, he's got it in a nice shaded area.
Sweet.
So that'll be nice. We didn't lose anything. Definitely tattered though. So this here is a 1860 and a 1900 air car. You can see here, this actually has the old crank style lower assemblies. And so we're gonna be completely replacing this with stainless. So this thing is gonna look like a modern air cart. We're not doing a lot on the row units, but we are replacing all of this. All the towers, the hoses, and we're putting a new wireless blockage system on. Gonna get set up here and get started. So while they're taking the air cart apart and getting that all torn down and ready for stainless, I'm gonna be actually getting this all set up and ready to put on the drill. So they're about ready to drop the
starts to slide off.
The rear tank one. They said it's starting to move, so that's a good sign. That means we don't have to use our crusher. That was the easy part, guys. We are making some progress here, but it is getting a little late out, so we're gonna be working out into the dark. But I got the first tower, stainless setup, new hose, sensors are on, ready for the ECUs. And then Chuck and Drake are over here putting up the stainless. They've got the meter housings up and mounted now, and they're ready to put the lower assemblies up and then the tube kit, so they'll be going on next. It's a little muggy hot in here, no airflow, but we're managing and we're getting her done. Lowers are in. Stainless tubes next. So we made it till about 10 p.m. tonight, and it's just getting pretty late. We're gonna head back and get some rest, but pretty much all the primary hose is done. So pretty excited about that. And then it's dark over here, but we got all the stainless tubing, stainless lowers are all on, so that's pretty well wrapped up. We got a few little things to finish that. And then apart from that, it's the wireless blockage system here and the rest of the secondary hoses, and that'll be the end of it for tomorrow. Then we'll be on to Kansas, our next favorite stop. Hey guys, we're back this morning. We've got an early start. We got the tools we needed, the food in our belly, and the rest that we need. So now you'll see here we are taking the secondary hoses out of the seed tubes, and these can be pretty problematic. These hoses get stiff and brittle, and they do not want to come out. So we've got a pretty good rhythm where you take a torch and you heat up right around the seed tube, and what it does is it softens the hose enough where you can take a nice long screwdriver and pry it out. So let's take a look at what Drake's doing over here. Going in the belly of the beast. All right, we're gonna close up the hatch. We'll see you tomorrow. He'll be fine.
Joke's on you, we can't get it open.
I can't get it open.
Dang it.
Sorry, man.
Ah!
We are wrapping up the South Dakota job. Chuck is doing the Tetris game again. just killed it out here. This thing is gonna be ready to go. On the primary hose, you can see here, this is the urethane lined heavy duty extended wear type of hose. And we also put that on the cart going to the drill. But what we found was that the couplers were so corroded here that we showed the farmer and he decided he was gonna replace this with stainless. So we're gonna get that sent to him. So we got everything cut and set in here ready for him to put on. Jumping to the cart, this is the final finished product of the full 2-tank stainless from the ladder down, everything new. We also did a few other things, which I'll quick show you. We put new tank pressurization kits in. And so this is a stainless bulkhead. This is a older 1900 air cart, which means you run into a situation where the tank pressurization hose actually is shared between the 2 tanks. So we just updated it to the 1910 style, so each one has its own dedicated hose that'll help with pressurization. And you'll also be able to see here, for the wireless blockage, we've got the gateway system here. So this is the actual device that creates the Wi-Fi network to communicate to the ECUs that are on the drill and to the iPad up in the tractor. And then we have the antenna I put up on the platform. And I did that just because this is a tow-between cart and we want one between the ECUs on the drill and the iPad and the tractor. Let's jump up here into the tanks. You can see here, that is nice and clean. Full stainless down the bottom. It is time to finish packing up here and going to Kansas. So excited to get there, get that one done. We are meandering around out here. I should say wandering around out here in Kansas. We've used 2 different Android and Apple devices, and each navigation app took us to a different location in the middle of nowhere. So we're wandering around out here looking for where we're supposed to rebuild this air seeder. So always an adventure, right?
Yep. Always here ready.
Yep.
It's a big adventure.
We'll just randomly visit this farm and
Yellow.
see what we can find. So Chuck is walking around out back. We're just trying to find someone to talk to so we can figure out where we are.
It's kind of a Y.
You know, VY, that all kind of looks the same when you write it out.
Yep.
Penmanship is important. We're gonna try Google again, see if we can trust
Man,
it.
all these old tractors just left to be abandoned. It's crazy.
There's another farm up here. Ooh, that actually looks really promising.
Because was it a left?
There's a John Deere combine. That is a really good sign.
Alright. Jesse's gonna go and see if there's a farmer out here.
We gotta keep driving.
I mean, that's what our GPS looks like. There's literally no roads on our GPS, meaning it hasn't ever probably came out here. Hi, how are you? You have lazy eye.
So, crazy thing. We stopped at this random farm here and I went up to the guy and I said, "Hey, I'm looking for Robert." And he goes, "Oh, that's me." I'm like, but you're not acting like you're expecting us. I said, "Do you have a son?" "Yeah." "Oh, what's his name, Robert?" So, yeah, that was a fun experience, but back on track. We had to draw out a map here because we really didn't know.
Navigation is not working very well out here. Yeah.
This is our new navigation device.
We need tape.
when all else fails, you just switch to pen and paper.
Yeah, we should just put little dots. This is where we're at now.
Yeah. Oh, look, live tracking.
Uh-huh.
Well, we made it. This is definitely the right place to be. Take a look at this drill. So the dad, when we were wandering around trying to find this place, said, "Watch out for rattlesnakes." Hopefully he was kidding. Hey, doesn't this look familiar, Chuck? This literally looks identical to the drill we just did yesterday.
Yeah.
It's got the same lower box style crank system that the other cart had. We're going to be updating this to the 1910 style. And we're going to do full stainless tube kit. We're going to be putting hydraulic drive on and place these mechanical drive or ground drive transmissions. And then back here on the drill, this is an 1850 actually. So this one's a little earlier or a little older than the 1860 we worked on, probably just by a couple of years. but we're gonna put full wireless blockage system on this machine, and so that'll be cutting into the hoses. And this thing actually looks in really nice shape, so this will be a really good update to this drill. These guys are claiming they're gonna have this dropped by, what is it, noon? 11:30.
Both.
The clock is ticking. It's a hair past the freckle. So we're not too far into this, and we're already seeing some pretty common problems that we see on these type of air carts. Right in here you can see just caked with fertilizer, corrosion. Little shoulder bolt here broke off on this sprocket, and just some other challenges. Just Chuck's lucky week, right?
Right? Everything's breaking.
Yeah.
You're too strong, Chuck.
Yeah.
I'm huge. I'm so huge. Look at me compared to this puny guy. You know?
Right?
I pump iron in the mornings and in the evenings. I even bring my private gym with me everywhere I go.
I should.
It delays us all the time when he does.
Oh. It's like opening a Christmas present. You gonna come? Wow. Yeah!
Over by half an hour, bud. Ran into some problems, the meter roller was stuck in there. While they're working on that, I'm taking care of the manual transmissions here. This is mechanical ground drive style. I've pretty much got this all unbolted. I'm about ready to pull this out. These are very costly to replace. With the ready hydraulic drive conversion kit, it's really a cost-effective way to upgrade. You can do true variable rating, better accuracy, calibration, all that stuff. And so this is all coming out. We're gonna be putting hydraulic drive on and gonna be having quite an amazing upgrade there. We're making great progress here. We're just hanging second lower assembly. Drake just got the first one hung. Big thing to pay attention to is make sure your airflow is pointing the right direction. This is a toe between. Fan is in the front, but the product flows to the back of the drill. Quick tip there. Getting the hydraulics all hooked up. I've got most of the hydraulic hoses connected into the return side of the hydraulic fan motor here. And the pressure actually will come right before the diverter valve right here. I had to take it down, but you can see there's a connection ready for a hose. And so that'll do the supply and return. And once these get hooked up, setting up the stainless pipes and wrapping this up. So we're getting toward the end of the day here, and Chuck has now jumped on the drill. He is starting the wireless blockage ECU mounting. So he's going to go through, there's 6 towers on here. He's going to mount each and every one of those. I've got all the hydraulic drive mechanical or steel components on now. You'll see I've got all the routings run, everything's tightened down. We've got all the stainless meter housings, lower kits on. Drake is now putting all the stainless tubes on, getting ready to do the tank pressurization hoses. This cart is a early series 1900, and so it actually did not have any tank pressurization ports in here, so we're adding them to help keep product flowing down. So it is coming up on about 11 p.m. We've got a lot of things done. We've got all the ECUs mounted on the towers. We've started putting all the sensors on here for the wireless blockage. Pushed hard, got a lot done, and we're excited to be back here tomorrow morning and get this thing done. It's 7:30 in the morning. We got some good rest, and now it's time to finish this job and get packed up and head on to Colorado.
Colorado, Rocky Mountain High.
Got to get the iPad configured here. We'll jump up into the tractor here. And here's the RAM mount components for the iPad. And we'll put that right up in here. I've got our iPad here for testing, and the customer farmer dropped this off, so we're gonna use that and get this configured here. All right, we're set up. Sweet. Look at that. Well, we have just wrapped up our second rebuild of the week out here down in Kansas, and everything is hooked up, ready to go. We did a few final upgrades, one of them being a hydraulic work switch. His old one over there, I actually quit working for him last fall when he was using it, and so we had one along and he said put it on. So we just tested this working. It's a great upgrade. It just senses hydraulic pressure, activates the air cart on and off right away. It doesn't have the delay of the mechanical switch that's typically out there. We had some extra hose here too, so he had us replace the top 4 hoses, and just the preventive maintenance thing, there was some that were cracking and already wearing through, so we replaced those. We've got all the hydraulic drive components all on. We've got the momentary meter control box switch here, and we've got all the stainless stuff installed, ready, looking real nice. Everything retained so that stuff won't drag down and get ripped off. Here's the John Deere rate controller dry. We were able to run and everything's checking out good, so it's ready for product calibration when he gets to that state. And finally, we've got all the wireless blockage stuff fully installed. So it is pushing 95 degrees right now. It's supposed to be close to 100 here, over 100 tomorrow. And we're excited to get on to the next place. And we got a crop duster buzzing us. He's just started spraying, so that's been entertaining to watch him. He's buzzed us a few times to check us out and get ready for, I think, his coordinates for that field, but he's probably 100 yards away spraying this field over here. Check this out, guys.
Oh yeah, this was the chocolate peanut butter.
Oh man. Nice. Lucky. M&M.
And the straw.
Cherry. Wow. Stopping at the Steak and Shake. We got a present. Yummy. Hey guys, we made it to Colorado. Just a quick 3-4 hour drive. This is one we're doing full secondary hoses and a wireless blockage system to get this thing field ready so that they can be in the field next week. We'll definitely be taking care of the hose and the wireless blockage system, and that way they can have good confidence of what they're putting down. Right now I'm sub-assembling all the sensors with hoses. So I've cut secondary hoses to the length I need, and then here's the wireless sensors here, and I marry those two together and put them on here, and then I'll take them all over there and stage them, put them inside the tower heads, and then start running the longer lengths down to the row units themselves. Chuck is up here putting the antenna on, and looks like Blake is over there cutting some depth arms off. So a lot of activity happening out here. All a big push, big effort to get ready for their planting season here. Time to get her done. Well guys, we just wrapped up our 3rd wireless blockage system in 4 days. It is pitch black here, and we decided that because of the heat and just wanting to get home, that we were going to get this all done in tonight. Look at that, a ready bucket. Our treat. It's pretty late, but feels really good out. It's probably 95 degrees, supposed to be over 100 degrees in the next few days. So we're going to be heading back to South Dakota tomorrow and hopefully doing some fun things on the way right before we head back into town. Let's grab the big light here, take a look around. All new hoses, blockage, and he's gonna be really excited, able to have good visibility of everything that he's putting down. So we are much lighter, and we're excited to get to the Black Hills. That's where we're going. Here we go. Black Hills, South Dakota. That's our next surprise, our next big adventure.
So are we going west?